Ow! Start the day by dropping my drink. I have like a jello line going across my screen here. Spotify for some reason. All right. Hello, Atmo. I'm good. I'm good. How are you? Nice. Nope, still robes. I love how it's like worked for something for like a week, for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, I guess. And the immediate idea is that I switch projects, but I guess it serves me well. No, it suits me right is the saying. But yeah, it's still ropes. It's just adding a little bit more tactics around. Give me a second. I just gotta listen to new submission here on the music front. One second, I'm just typing out some comments here. Morning. What do you think? Do you like that song? I'll listen to it again from the top. I think this section is too long. Like, there's something about that riff that repeats that makes my mind think it's there. There's something about it. But like, I love the like the soundscape of things. Yeah, it's one of the songs. See if I can find the other songs we can listen to then. I like the atmosphere. I like the oomph of it. It's just something about that riff where I think just changing a few notes around could like make it elevate it to high levels. Where the heck is everything? Does it not search, like when I'm searching in Messenger, which is where we're talking, does it not search for the name Dropbox and the link? There's another song. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I like it too. Yeah. It's like a little bit. It's more digital than maybe I think of the visuals. Isn't there a kill tree? saved it. Maybe I didn't. I like how it has this dark undertone. These cool production effects, like it puts in that thing. There's another track. Wonder if it is. Yeah, it's another music thing. I think this is the first thing. I love those little glitchy stuff. Yeah, so there's that's some of the music that's been worked on. I think it'd work. Good. Okay, so it does feel like they fit together decently too. Yeah, cool. Back to Pliny. Oh dear. Right, so what we're doing today is try to integrate this map with these nodes into the world, more or less, so we can actually select paths somehow, either by way of like in-game stuff. That's what I'm thinking. Or by way of opening up a map and clicking in the map. We're gonna need the map anyway, and it's probably harder to make the in-game stuff, I would guess. So maybe make a UI version of this with buttons, where we... I'm actually not sure. how to translate this into UI in a good way, but I guess there must be a way to draw a line, right? Or do we like rotate a quad or something? We should only like enable buttons that you could actually reach from the position you're at and not go back to. So I did change it since last we talked. We were talking a little bit about moving from well, to actually not have scriptable objects into having prefabs for all of the different room types, so that we don't have to well, let's say you have a waves room. We could store information here like public int wave count, for example, or like have the information of what actually will spawn in that room on the actual object, instead of having to have a third for all of these that contains the data and so on. So turn them from the scriptable objects into actual prefabs, and the prefabs will be instantiated. So I have a list of prefabs, like the waves room we talked about here is a prefab. It's a variant of the room base, but all of these are actually like in the world, like this. And I can click here just for convenience to say like, oh shit, what is that room, or what's the settings on that. I even did a little bit of work to kind of, on the shop nodes, to select what the shop should contain. Not necessarily because that's something that's very useful to do before, but why not? Hey Herm. So these now live in the world. Jönköping mår ganska bra. So one idea would be to take these nodes and actually make a UI thing of it. Maybe that's the first thing we do. And just have a map UI that you can bring up by pressing M or something, and then while we're testing we can just have every node clickable. When you click on them, we would enter that level, and I'll have the room class have an enter function that in turn does something, like for example starts a coroutine that spawns the, like fades it in and spawns all the waves. Oh, Lawrence. Maybe the shop kind of will spawn its things, fade it in. Maybe the waves room will actually generate the room thing. So map just make it with buttons for now, and then I can style it later. Connections somehow, and I guess we can repurpose the run manager. So that will enter rooms. Like before it was always like shop, fight, shop, fight, shop, fight, and it's not like that anymore. Okay, we gotta get going here somehow. Sorry, I'm shouting off to the side here. It feels like it's a big thing now to like rip up everything that already works and get this in place, but I think should be pretty fast once we get going here. So I'll create some kind of map that will, well, the game starts up. Someone has got to tell the world to regenerate. So the run manager will boot up, say, you, world, regenerate, with a random seed. And then when that's done, we'll trigger an event that will generate the map UI thing. So let's do that. Arena, I'm gonna hide that for now in the shop. I'm gonna hide that for now. And we're gonna rip up the run manager. Ugh. But this is needed anyway because it's a lot of shit in here. We're gonna get back to, it's not a lot of stuff anyway, so. So let's have a reference to the world. And I'm just gonna comment out everything here. So we get a little bit of a clean slate. We can bring that back in once we get there. So we're gonna randomize a seed. And that's gonna be like Unity engine, random range, say 0 through 10,000. Actually, why don't we make the world generator return the list of rooms? No, we just export them like we do, and then we tell some other class. Yeah, let's do that. Let's close a few things so we know what we're doing. Cool, and then we'll have a reference to public, and then we have to create it, I guess. World map UI. Some mono behavior. And this will be like public. Void generate or initialize with the list of nodes. Room node instance. Yeah, so this is the way into this map here. We're gonna have our world map UI. We can bring these together in other ways. Later on, we just need a way to get started. Like this. Why don't you like this? Yes, okay. think this is all we'll do for now. The world map UI will like hide and show itself, but for now it will actually just always show until you click on something, I guess. So we're gonna need the run manager is gonna have to keep track of which node we're on. Public world node instance, room node instance, current node. Current node is going to be set to world generator. It's just the first node, I guess. And I think it's always going to be the first node, just from the way it's added to the list, so that's probably fine. Then we're gonna need some kind of let's include the UI stuff. I'm thinking a vector to scale. That's gonna be like how when we're setting up the size of these nodes, how big are they in relation? What's the actual like movement or scaling of them? And I'm thinking it's gonna be something like 30 by 30 or 60, something in there. We'll tweak it. And then we just go through the list and instantiate something as a child, I guess. So we'll need a I'm gonna say button because I think that's probably reasonable. Oh, we should actually have a button that keeps track of which one is which, I guess. Why not? And then it probably should inherit from button, or no, we have a reference to that here. So public button, and then we make sure it imports the UI. And then we set up some kind of initialize public void initialize with room node instance, and also we should have the world map UI in there. Let's remember that too. It can be a private. We can set up like the text and the icon and all that good stuff on these later on. let's start here. It's like okay, let's just keep going. We'll instantiate the room node button UI with button prefab at these positions below this object. So var 4 var RNI in room node instances. For each. We're not in JavaScript. Button equals instantiate button prefab, and the position then we're gonna take is like vec2. It's gonna do it this way. RNI position. What? Why not? Doesn't like it. Oh, it doesn't have a position. Because you gotta go like room node position x times scale.x. So this means we have a vector. And what I'm thinking is that it probably wants a vector 3 instead. So let's do that. Quaternion identity, and then the parent is going to be transform for now. It's a little bit long. So that's a button, and then we'll set up the button to have, or to be initialized. Initialize with RNI and this. And then the button will call back some function when you click on it or something. Hey Balrog. Map UI. Errors. I see errors. Yield. Return. New. Wait for seconds. 100,000 seconds. Whatever. We're gonna create a button beneath that's like, I think we're gonna do a TextMesh Pro button. It's called map button, whatever. And I'll listen to the solo. Ooh. wait. I'm thinking they should be roughly square. And we'll figure this out later. This button is gonna have the button class we created, room node button AI, and then the button goes there. Room node instance is gonna be filled later. This is all well and good. So let's make a prefab out of it. UI map button. Get that. Boop. Null refs, of course. So run manager needs the world generator. It's gonna need the world map UI, and it's gonna need no current node because that's gonna be filled in. Let's see what happens. So we do have map buttons. Yeah, look, here they are. They're showing up. Should this map have been positioned differently? It feels like they're positioned in world space, not in like local space. So I guess we fixed that by just adding the transformed position to this. And then we probably like offset this or something a little bit, and then we change the scaling to be like 40. And we play. Yeah, so now we got buttons here, we can kind of press them, and if we did something that would work. Should be able to like go to these different ones. Can we make this look better just by doing like this? I'm thinking if I had a reference to this image, I could change the color to be the same as in the map, and we could instantiate public image icon or something, or it's called background. We can add the icon as a child later on when we have it. So we can do like background color equals R and I that's a long string. Yeah, I feel like this system is already a little bit like hey, what's going on? You haven't set up the yes. Okay, so now we have buttons. The black ones are the levels. We got like sacrifice, we got shops, all that good stuff. So I'll create an update method and we have to keep track of all our buttons, so let's have a list. Actually, let's have a dictionary. That maps the actual node, room node instance, to a button. Call this like buttons. We can just do buttons, add RNI and button. So this means we can find our current button equals buttons, and then we just pass in the thing. Hey, thank you for the raid, Triple. How was your stream? What did you work on? Was good. Nice to hear. So I think what this will do is it will zoom in on the current thing. It should do that, but we'll see if it actually works. Got procedural cave spawning with orbs and mobs and buildings. Nice. This doesn't work. What did I forget now? We can change the world generator to not generate on validate anymore for now. There seems to be some issues with that. Let's just get rid of all this shit. It is generating things, and they are just positioned off screen here, so it should be like at the center point of this map. So let's add another layer here, call this like nodes. This is gonna be our new route that we position our stuff below, and then we'll move that route instead. Nodes route, nudes, and then we don't change our position, but the nodes route local position. I think this will still work. I think it still will work. We'll see. Oh, Sunder. It is okay, I think. Had a nice long walk this morning. So this is now the center dot. can see it generates a different world map every time. We don't have like lines connecting things. Also have some weird errors. Spires! Ludka, hey, thank you for the raid, Spires. How are you doing? How are things coming? Are you still high on the whole Kickstarter thing? Hey, Nullex, Rosenmark, Ludka, So Random. How's your raid? What's coming? It's not time for lunch already, is it? Oh, it is, maybe. Shit, I've been... it's super cool. Yeah, since I've been taking these long walks in the mornings now, it feels like my whole day is like 1.5 hours like shifted. So I don't keep track. It sounds good, sounds good. I'm gonna have lunch in maybe 2 hours or so. Where were we? Generation. The waves room. Let's just change this to be like grayish. But we'll have actual icons on these later on. But now at least we can see that, and then we can change. This is just temporary until we get the icons. So TM Pro, UGUI or something. That one. Call it text. And we're gonna set it up to be text.text equals RNI room node instance room type game object name 0 2-string. So hopefully now we'll get like S for shop and W for the fights. Whoops. Given key was not present in the dictionary. What? How can something... I don't remember what their names are, actually, so... I guess that we can just use the room node instance. Game object name should work. It's 11:15, so it's not really the morning anymore. What? Given key was not present in the dictionary. So when we're initializing something here, it just doesn't work. I get sidetracked and my brain goes out the window. Of course I need to reference this. That's what was wrong. There it goes. Now it says W in those and the S for shop and so on. This is S for sacrifice. So it's not foolproof. But okay, so that's the first step. Now we got to go through all of the nodes and check if they should be available. They should only be available if their parents... This is gonna be a mess. That's what I feel. So we go through all the nodes. We should only do this sometimes, but we'll do it all the time now. So reach var button in buttons values. So button dot enabled, or is it like maybe it is enabled, but maybe it is like interactable. Let's set that to be button.room node instance. So only children of the current node. You're getting worse and worse, Balrog. Hello, Hitka. Yeah, it's still good. I like Unity. So this would be a room node, but it's the wrong way around. It should be like current node. What is this? Current node is containing a room node dot children contains the button room node. So only activate buttons for yes, in essence you're getting better and better. That's how I would say it. So now I'm doing this every frame. We only need to do it when we're moving. But like you can see, this is the one we're at now, and now we can select another node. So we should be able to press one of those and then tell something that we want to enter that room. Let's directly talk to run manager instance dot enter room room node instance. Wait, we gotta hook up the button. So button dot on click, add listener. Just do this for now. This doesn't exist, but let's create it. So create and go there. Why did you put it there? In the middle of my declarations. Stupid. Here we go. Public, because I can't stand all those special stuff. Current node equals room node instance room node. I'm not sure why I do room node instance and not... Ah, because that's what we actually want. Okay, never mind. Beautiful, greetings. Beautiful priorities. Post video, okay. Okay, so now we can go to the healing shop. I press it, but nothing happens, of course. Did I not save that file? Nope. It's working. It's actually working. Is it good? No, but it is something. Now we can kind of travel our way down here. We need to limit when you can click and so on, and also like, yeah, all of those, they're actually working. So yeah, cool. We're making our way down. Hey, so this one has a secret door to the left. You gotta think about that apparently. That one too. So you can move like sideways. Then we can all go here. Would be nice to see connections. Can't go up. Can only go down. Now you're done. It worked so far. Let's add a an image. I would have liked to have it like below, but we can't do that, I guess. Well, we can. We can just we just have to move all our other stuff here. So we gotta duplicate that, put that inside of that one. This one goes slightly bigger. Scale this before. And we'll remove the image here. Graphic is gonna be that graphic, I think. This is gonna be the like current selector or something. Just call it like current. This is the background. We make sure we link up the background. Button is still the same. That's still the same. This one needs to be different size. I just make it like that so we can see which one we're at currently. And it's super ugly, but it's fine. So let's just say public. Well, I guess we do call it like current. And then the world map UI will use that and say button dot current enabled equals current node equals button room node instance except don't have current setup. Because now we know we're at that point, and then we go here. Okay. In essence, that's pretty good. So how do we draw nice lines on each of these? This is on Windows. Ah, this is another problem. We're not scaling our canvases correctly, I think. It's VS Code. So what are we doing with these? We say scale with screen size, reference resolution. But why, when I do this, it looked okay. But then when I do maximize, it's not okay. Shouldn't scale with screen size work? Should be constant physical size? No, it should be constant screen size, I think. Oh, I think the problem is that my positioning is not taking that into account. I haven't done Kenny's jam. I've done a couple of. You can see who's what music we're listening to in the bottom left. Maybe it's a little bit small, but it says Pliny. Malokira. And yeah. So what is actually happening when Unity, like I should know this because I've been here before. If I do this, it will work. It will sort of work, I guess. Just like that. Looks like sort of the same. Yeah, I don't know how to think about this. Because I set it up to position like I do, this is what we'll get, I think. Which is not ideal. So we need to set the positions not using this. Isn't it like... Okay, we don't have that, so I guess... We could do like set position and rotation. Does this sets the world space position and rotation of the transform component? That's not what we want. We want to set it by anchors, like set inset set size with current anchors. Nope. So position, world space position, local position, anchored position. Here we go. Is that gonna be... Wait, what am I doing? It's anchored position we're interested in. The position of the pivot will rectangle relative to the anchor reference point. Will this be scaled by some scale? What do you think? Ugly hack, but why not? Ah, we actually don't need it. Let's try, see what happens. I hate UI. UI is the worst part of game dev. Okay, so that's the size they are up there. And then I change things. And they kind of are made bigger and smaller. That seems pretty good. Is this correct? Are they roughly the right, like... Yeah, it looks like they're roughly correct. You should also be able to set up the this in real time now. If we make them really close, so they're just touching, we should be able to see if they're still just touching. So that's 16 by 16, I guess. Yeah, they're following now, so that's nice. That means 24 is probably a good. This is pretty good. Then we got plenty of space to put in some kind of line here. So in Unity UI, how do we set up lines? How do we draw a line? See, we check out the UI and then we have like an image. We could use an image and just move and scale it, I guess. Okay, I have some radical ideas here. Let's see if this works. What am I doing? UI image. Should I do raw image? No. Let's do this. White is fine, and then we'll just do scaling and moving it later. But we can't like change the connections. So we're just gonna call this connection. And then map button will keep track of this guy. So it will be like public image, or maybe rec transform, because we don't care what it is. And then we can go through and just duplicate it. So connection prefab dot game object set active false. I don't know why I do that, but let's just do it later on, and then we copy it a couple of times. So for each var connection in or like child in room node instance room node children, we want to make a copy, so var connection image or something, connection whatever, child. Yeah, it's Unity in VS Code. Calculate the delta between the current node's position and we subtract that number from the child dot position. It gives us which direction it's pointing to in relation to the current node. Oh no, this is not Unity inside. Oh, you're seeing this thing up here? No, this is a window manager I made for Unity. Or for Windows, sorry. Not for Unity. So, it's a tab thing. I've got this weird... Check this out. See, so it's not anything incriminating. So you can see you guys are over here. Then I got like all my stuff over there. And then I got these things here. Which is like a way for me to keep track of different, like multiple windows in one big widescreen monitor. Not sure what you're talking about. Onorio Deunu. So, here we want to instantiate a thing. Connection prefab. We'll set that up later. Let's make a copy. So connection anchored position is gonna be like we want to add delta times world map UI scale, but I mean, we could use vector 2 scale, I guess. If we force this to be a vector 2. Sorry. Yeah, I got a few guitars. I think 14 or so. That one is actually my newest thing. It's a Sub-Zero Bass 6 clone, which is like a 30-inch scale length and bass strings on it. Yeah, that's a good question. Like, do I play? I used to play a lot. Still play a little bit, but these days, yeah, I wish I could I wish I could play more. I just have so many things that I want to do, and I feel like I'm better at other things. Rarely, but sometimes I do actually like record shit. I'm not in a band or anything like that these days. Okay, so now that we have this one, we have positioned it, and it's like it should be this times 0.5. I think that's what it should be. Let's just see what happens if it actually does anything remotely correctly. What? XLR noise? Sorry? Is it better, Hadouk? Maybe I hit something with my Sheru. I don't know. Good, good. So set up that and then press play, and we should see something that looks roughly correct, to be honest. The actual image is too big. We'll rescale it. If we do this, it should be like, yeah, it is pretty good. And then we can just set up the right to be delta, like this. This should be always normalized, I think. Just do that over here. Now we might need it because it's of different lengths. This positions it at the center, according to that, which is good. And then this should be delta normalized, and this should probably be, yeah, we need to figure out how to scale these, but X is going to be some value and Y is going to be another. Okay, it's working. It's good enough for now. Now we also want to make them dark when they're not available. I also want to figure out what happens if we go down to here. It's still working fine. So I guess what we could do is do this, and then we'll let's continue with the hacky approach. Let's have a list of type image, connection images. We just add them. I think I need to. Oh, it's not an image. Let's make it an image. I don't care. Oh, well, I guess we can do connection image equals that, and connection could be connection image. Get component rect transform blah blah blah. Add the image to that, and then in update we have set connection for each var connection image. Lerp between image.color and if button.interact. This is horrible code. I don't care. If it's interactable, then we do color white. Otherwise, we do color black, and then we do that over delta time times 10 or something. Line 34. It's in there. Nope. What did we mess up? Same thing I always mess up. Here we go. So now we can see here, we're here. These are our options, and it's entirely wrong because we're not able to. Of course. Okay, we're not able to do this. We have to do this. But this should be in button. No, it should be inside of the current button. Yeah, if it's something is wrong, it looks like, because oh, maybe not. There we go. Now we can go here. Then we can go here. Then we can go there. And only go here. Can we do like connection image? No, not connection, just connection local scale, new vector 3, I guess, delta magnitude, and then connection local scale y, and then 1. We don't care about the other parts. I'm thinking it will stretch. That's a little bit much. So it should be that divided by something like 16. This, I'm not sure it will work. gets a little bit longer when it's diagonal now, which I think works. So I'm not sure what this 16 comes from. It's just a guess. That was closer. 10 maybe. So it's gonna depend on what the image I'm using has for scale. Maybe it also has to do with some other stuff. And also, like, we should do when it touches and then subtract like a few units. Mm-hmm. Should do it before I divide. This is like half just guessing. That's not right. It's not right at all. What would be the actual number here? And is it dependent on the scale of the... I think it's good enough for now. I'm also distracted by that the player is in here moving. I think this is good enough for now. This one is a little bit weird. Like, why doesn't this... Delta minus diameter. Yeah, that would be what I would expect. This one doesn't look good at all. Was it 16 and... Or was it 8? I don't know what the number is. I think that's part of the problem. Like, I don't understand it. This one isn't correct either because it's whatever that is. But if we could find the actual scale here... Let's try 6. Maybe it's 5. It looks like it's probably 5. And that's probably due to the scale of the default scale of the image. But I'm not sure. Or 4 even, maybe. Okay. Let's just continue trying. Luckily it restarts really quickly. There we go. That seems like the money amount. And then we just subtract some number. Should I be... This seems to scale with whatever we're doing, so that's good. A little more. 185. Is that perfect? Start button doesn't work. So these are so much shorter than these ones. And also this circle is weird. Nihilos, do you have any advice on starting game dev seriously? I made some small games in the past using Pygame and Steel2. Started learning Unity and Godot, but the hard part is organizing myself and the time I spent on implementing features. The plan is to release one game in the App Store by the end of the year. Very good plan. That's a decent sized project. Like, you've done a couple of things before. Don't have any expectations of like that game selling. Like, don't make it your dream game or anything. Just go for it should be out there. So I think that's a good plan, and I would, I don't know, like, what would I advise with this? Just try to keep it simple, and once you have one thing really released, you understand the implications of releasing something, and you'll be really well set up to do the next stuff, like a bigger thing. But yeah, feel free to ask any specifics. Like, I don't know, I'm terrible at like scheduling my time myself, so yeah, we made it to the end, boss. So this is what I'm thinking. I'll create I'll just keep track of whether or not we're showing or hiding. Bool visible equals false, and then if visible, now we're actually just gonna do, well, canvas group dot interactable is visible. Canvas group dot blocks raycast equals visible, and then canvas group dot alpha is going to be mathf lerp between canvas group alpha and visible 1 otherwise 0 over time dot delta time times 15. I will keep just updating every position and everything for now. We'll do that only when thing changes later. That's optimization. So my thinking is we'll create a loop inside the run manager that shows the map. So it first does a level, starts a coroutine on the level object, and then when that exits, it starts the coroutine, or it just shows the map until you click on something. And then later on we'll make it so that it has things inside too. That's later. So we do like world map UI hide here. So as soon as you click on something, we'll be kicked out. And then we do like while well, what we'll do is we'll say this sets up here. It's like it goes through all the levels. We'll start but with while true. If player health is alive, rather if you're not alive, we just break here. Otherwise, we will do two things. First, we will enter current level, and then we will show map. So we'll do current node dot what's it called? That room node, I guess. And then this one. Wait. Doesn't this have... No, it just has room node. But room node has an instance, which is this. But the room node type... This is... This room type here is going to be not linking to the actual object on the room. It's linking to the prefab that created it. It's gonna be super confusing in a few weeks when we're having to deal with that. So we're gonna actually do current node dot. Maybe this one can keep that public room type, the actual instantiated room type on it too. It's annoying that we didn't have a initialize function. No. This is hackish, but it's gonna work. We're yeah, this is where we do that. Yeah, this is gonna be a mess. Thought I was going in the right direction there for a while, but not now. So we actually have that. We don't have to get it anymore. Okay. So So we will not run exit. That will happen in here. So we just do yield, return, new. This is just for testing. Let's wait a second and then we'll escape. Run manager will do like yield, return, enter. So that will run for a while and then it's almost like I wanted the world map to handle its own thing there. So it looks like this, return world map. But I guess what we do is we just do world map UI show while world map UI, or rather while, yeah. Somehow we gotta have this visible outside. Public bool visible, just get visible here. So I guess what we do is we just wait until visible. We just do that. So every frame just waits until we have clicked the button. For now. And then I'm thinking, let's wait a second here too. Okay, so we select this, we actually entered and then comes back. Cool. So now the rooms, we'll have to generate the rooms. And then in the end, I think showing the map will happen from somewhere else than like in sequence here. We'll just enter the current room, and then the current room will be responsible to show the map or to call the visible of the world map. And I guess if we just call this function from inside, we can actually navigate without the world map. And so we'll go here inside of this thing that will loop and then exit when that changes, and we set this up, and then this will just be skipped. Except it will actually show it and hide it. It's Owain. Is it too small? I can see what we can do about that. Give me a sec here. We got so small view here. Yeah, it's really small. So let's. Is this better? Can you see it now? Great. We got slightly bigger my face too, which is always a thing. Yeah, it's the same band. So good. Strange Guitar Hero music. Okay, so now we have to generate a floor. And like, let's say waves here, waves room. Public override void. Enter. That's what we want to do. We can do return base enter, but then we have to like create the thing so that we can do this for var floor generator. We just find object by type because we're dirty like that. We have been given a seed here. We need to keep the seed we're getting in the initialize somewhere. Because that's what we're going to use here. In theory, it should like come in here. Just see if the loop works. So we don't have our floor generator. Active, so that's the problem. So here we are. We get in here. Hello and welcome. This shows up. We need to like stop this, I think. But okay, so yeah, that's good. We go to the next one. It's gonna take a while, and then it's gonna regenerate. Now we're in the next, and after 5 seconds, we go here. When I press this, it shouldn't change anything because it's not that. Yeah, it still works. And then we go here. Yeah, new level. This one also doesn't change. This is the shop. I wonder if we can cheat a little bit and let's just copy this. Shop room. And we just put this in here. And then we can actually also get there's something here. So shop dot enter or something. Enter shop. I have no idea what the level is. 1 health left. 100. Yeah, so there are things to do here. So we're generating a level, we're activating the shop, and then that's gonna be there until I choose to exit the shop. I think it's like waiting until, yeah, until we're exiting the shop. Okay, so that should sort of work. It feels like everything here is held together by like string and twigs. Okay. Fight! Boo 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 for 4 seconds. Okay, here we go. We want to go to a shop real quick. Take this route. Yeah, let's fight. Yeah, nice. Let's continue. Fight! Okay, we're getting a lot of money now. Fight! Now we're entering the shop and it should work. Does not work. The shop farts. We didn't activate the shop. That's why. So this is now active. How do we make sure the shop is not starting out as active? Okay, let's hope for a shop earlier now. It's... Cool, and now we're entering the shop. It should regenerate and activate shops, but it's not working because... Why? The shop should be active, I think. Shop has like a root object underneath it. It doesn't at all. Okay. So it actually disables itself, which is not good. Root is this actual transform. Okay. Create empty. Root. Put everything in there. Swap that out like that. Go again. Okay. Now, shop. Boom. Get the rail and then I'll go. And now, map shows up. Okay, cool. I'm fighting. Hey. And then we go back to next shop. Yeah. Max HP, let's go. Fight. Sacrifice room. Do anything. Enter the shop. New shop. Here we go. It's good enough for prototyping this part here. There are things like the player should be disabled. I think. Yeah, we're still having a lot of work here, but it's getting there. We do have the player, I think, so we should be able to do like player dot game object set active false. Wonder if there's any issues with that, but we'll see. Okay, so now we can't move the cursor or anything. We can do this. Fight. We need a fade in and fade out. Cool. How do we do that? Do we have a fade thing in Canvas? Doesn't seem like it. This one also surely goes below. So I'm like, what's this? Ah, okay. I'll create a new UI image. Make it black. Make it fill the whole screen and give it some kind of color, and then we can just fade this in and out. Hello Pogo. Let's refer to this sprite somehow. Should we have a fade in and fade out kind of script maybe? Call this, for now we call this camera fade.cs mono behavior, and I actually created a singleton camera fade, and then we can have like a reference public image. We save this into that image, call this just image or something, and then we can do like update bool faded out is true or something, or false. And then like on enable image dot color equals color black, and then we'll lerp image dot color equals color lerp image color to faded out color black, otherwise color dot clear. I don't know how to do that, words. We'll have to figure it out. Time delta time times 50. And then we can have different functions. I was thinking to maybe have a coroutine version that you can say like fade out. I guess we don't have to do it that way then. You can actually do it in a slightly more controlled fashion. So while let's have a float, call it A, it's 0. While A is less than or equal to 1, A plus equals time delta time. And then we just not lerp here, but we just set this color to be color.black multiplied by A. I think that will just work. And then we'll have to do yield return null. Oh, we don't have enumerator. We have the same for fade in. In which, yeah, maybe we should have done this before. Color lerp between color dot black to color dot clear with A, and this is bounded, and this is definitely doing the right thing. Yes, we can do this instead. But we do from clear to black. In start color is gonna be color or image.color instead. So that if I interrupt something, it will go from the right. Wait. Set this up like this instead. Could even have a fade to, I guess. You could fade it into something. So now Run Manager can do like enter the current level. So for example, when do we want to fade? We want to do it in here, right? But we want to make sure it's fades in here. So like camera fade instance. Fade out. We do sort of the same with the shop room. But we do it here and here. Okay. It should start faded out and then fade back in. Okay, so now we're at the first level. We toy around for 3 seconds, fades out, and of course we can't see our map now because this one is above the map. Fade out, show the map. It's not brilliant. Gotta have the I guess it's actually in the map UI we do this instead. Sephiroth. Seems to be some unnecessary like waiting here before this one comes up. Bye. Get out. Fight. Still work to go here. Just gonna be black and then yeah, it doesn't have any. Fits in. So with whatever we move, we need to move the player to the center every time we're entering a room. And I would say possibly that this shouldn't be done here at all. It should be done in each of the room types, so we can like select where they enter. But start somewhere. I'm all the way over here. There I could have like started outside of the world. Heal room. There's an echo. with the music. I don't have headphones on, so it's probably like mic picking up the music, if anything. There's an echo on my voice only. Strange. Okay. You are old though, Granny, so... This whole map thing is mostly a temporary thing. I want to have in-world, so in the shop here we would have, say we can do bottom left, bottom right. I would have like 2 different exits that you can actually move over to, just like I have with this, but it should be like elevators and it should actually go down and so on, but it's not ready for that yet, so I'm doing this for now. Not bouncy. So yeah, that's gonna happen somehow. So how does Arena work? Can we actually use that already? If we just set up the level somehow, like currently we generate all the levels in the arena and so on with the generate method. But I want that to come from the Waves class instead, so we just like kind of inject it in this, or the Waves class has this a reference to this arena thing, but I wonder if it has like in-game kind of things like this, spawn points and stuff. We can fix that later, but we have this IEnumerator start level, and then it does it like by level index. Camera shake for face cam. So this will get the level here, but I'm considering maybe this should inject the level, so like level info instead here, instead of level index, because I don't know that we need it really. can have that in the level info, level, and then we just do, instead of all this, we just call it level instead. That should sort of work. This should be like a seed that's on the level, I guess. Oh, tapir or tapir. Remove that. But why do we need a random number here? Because this is not everything is predetermined. What is this used for? Spawn enemy level. It's not really used, so let's remove that. We have that elite thing that whatever it is. Sure. We use it here. Removed. And then there. There's supposed to be an error. Ah, there. Yeah, I know what it is. Like, and this is even like new code. Everything here is just super confusing. Ugh, I need to at some point just go through and do a big refactor on this. Like, this is a project I started and like made a version of in a week. So you can imagine how convoluted things are. And even things I'm adding today is going to be really annoying because I'm sort of just prototyping this idea. So Waves Room, we gotta find the arena too. So we generate, and then we fade in, and then we do arena dot, or we do yield return arena dot start level, and then we pass in our level info, which we have generated at some point here. Maybe in the initialize phase, I'm thinking. That they have fixed this thing. So good. So you can just do like override instead of having to type out a lot more. It's much better now. Love it. So we're gonna have a level info. I'm not sure this level info is that serializable? It is, so maybe we can see it to some degree. We're just gonna pass this level info. We need to create it here somehow. And this is going to be like dependent on things like what budget we have and things like that. But we're going to make a super simple hand carved version. what wave info does. So it's a list of enemy spawn infos. I guess we can just copy the whole thing there. And then we can create that, or we can get that from somewhere. I don't think we can have nested lists. But we can do this, like, it's just gonna be one wave with one thing in it. I think that will work. So we create this and then we put it here. Now we just gotta set up our thing. We need our, oh, I guess we start here and select the waves room. And then we go to prefabs enemies. And we just put something in here. Unless we have an error. Here we go. Yes, put in our enemy and our 5 enemies, I guess. So now enemies should spawn in. Oh, we have a major problem. We don't have any weapons. Set it up to use the rail by default. You're fading in. Welcome. Boom. Boom. It exits the level. You can go into another level and it's gonna be the same. So it shouldn't like exit the level now until I've killed everything. And then it goes to the next one. Let's wait for one. I guess, yeah, I don't know. What's that quick duck there with the... Oh, that is actually the text. Like the level announce text. Is that hidden for some reason? Doesn't say some level here. Because... What is the reasoning for that? Because it's not visible. But there is an animator on here. That doesn't work either. It should do that whenever a level is started, but my guess is that we don't have a name for the level. Oh shit, I gotta go get... We have groceries. Uh, room type doesn't know which room it is. So it doesn't really have a... we'll just do that for now. Good name there. I can give it the follow. What even are those? Oh, that's a really big seed. I see. Make that negative. Wait. Oh yeah, we can do just so I or remember how this works. Have 3 waves if we do this. They're all gonna be the same, I guess. Oh well. So next up, porting the waves generation algorithm over to this. Don't really have a way to handle death currently. But we could do a run manager. I guess we just do that, I think, and no, we don't, because we're not quite doing that. So it's like, take this part and just okay, so we need score. This should not live in this this world. Oh. I screwed up. Of course. Can't move. No input works. If I press escape, as we're like fading in. Okay, kill me now. I think we're gonna go out now. Yes, you died.
We are going.
Okay. Restart works. Now I'm wondering, like, nothing up here is interesting to me. Like, there's no choices I make here because all the next 4 selections, I guess that could be a choice if I wanted to go to the sacrifice room before the shop. That could be a selection I do, but all this is exactly the same. That's annoying. Especially as it looks like I have some health there. I want to add something like a starting room or something. It's always going to be the same when you're starting that, where you kind of select your character or something. Still feels like I wanted to have shops earlier. Oh, yeah. Okay, now at least What if I put min depth 0? Is it gonna maybe make a shop on the first? Ooh. Okay. I actually have to go. Sacrifice is a lot worse now because we don't. I died. New high score! Level 5. So I'm gonna take a little break, but then I'll be back. So let's go to Twitch. So who do you want to raid here? Spias needs some viewers, I see. Thank you all for hanging out this morning. I'll be back in roughly, like, within 2 hours. We'll see exactly how long it takes. I'm pretty excited about it, so I might just take a shorter lunch. We'll see. We'll see. Hugs and kisses. Be nice to Spias.